Komorebi deals with mental health topics that some may find distressing. Hello again, it's Henry Zeron, the Gae-Mes, and welcome to my playthrough of Komorebi by Klace. Today is the 21st of May 2023, and yeah, I'm starting another new visual novel, and that's because I just wanted to. That's it. And I haven't even finished editing all the other videos I have. So yeah, deal with it, I guess. Anyway, Komorebi was done by Klace. Klace is the creator of Major Minor and Winds of Change, two other very good visual novels, I would say. And yeah, I'm fan of both of his prior works, so I actually even supported him on Kickstarter. So yeah, that's why I wanted to try it out, so I can just see if my money was well spent or not. Yeah, unlike all my other visual novels, this one and Winds of Change 2 will be voice acted fully by professional voice actors, so you don't have to hear my hideous voice all the time. So yeah, most of my playthrough will just be my reaction. So what is Komorebi about? I am not quite sure. I think Komorebi is something like a power in universe, and yeah, I don't know, we will see. So without further ado, let's try it out. Okay, there's one thing here.
Welcome to Komorebi. You have chosen to take part in a personal experience. In exchange for that, we have given you several options to use. Feel free to do so at your leisure. Your experience will be divided into fragments like these. Right now, there's only one. Try saving and then interact with this fragment. Alternatively, feel free to enjoy the view.
Yeah, great view. Okay, anyway, let's save here. Like this set. Okay, we have this thing. We have load. And we have the configurations. Pretty normal stuff. And I guess let's start it.
Experience opening fragment. A new beginning.
Yeah, I guess so. Fear of the future must not define us. It is regret of the past that makes us who we are. My eyes flutter as I linger on the precipice of a peaceful sleep. Cars pass by, then fade away, lulling me like mechanical waves on a suburban ocean. However, as enticing as slumber may seem, this is not the time or the place. As we drive, I keep myself awake with pleasant thoughts both old and new. Those vehicles that passed by, where were they going, and where did they come from? I dig deeper and start to wonder who those people were, who they loved and held dear. Billions of people, all with lives fundamentally different from mine. It's a lot to take in. But is that difference a good thing or a bad thing? I stop to think and I can find no answer. As many people say though, the unknown is alluring. That's the part of why I'm sitting here right now. I feel a tap on my shoulder and let out a loud yawn. Giving my friends a slight smile. It isn't long before I receive one in return. At least we were both on the same page. There'd be plenty of time to sleep later on.
Hey! You alright over there?
Hey there.
Ever since we left the airport, you've been dozing off like mad. I thought it was pretty good company, you know? You're offending me.
At least very cute. I shake my head as if doing so would grant me further clarity. You're great company, I'm just really tired. Honestly, I was waiting for you to make the first move. You're pretty boring, I'm already planning a return flight home. What makes you think you can wake me up like that? Just feeling a little homesick, that's all. So, same symbols were in Winds of Change. So, if I recall, this one is just nice, this one is flirty, this one is harmonic, so keeping the peace. This one is combative, so yeah, really mean stuff. And this one is just sad. And of course I'm going to be flirty. Honestly, I was waiting for you to make the first move.
Oh, so we're making moves on each other now?
Yeah, I thought so. I thought that's the kind of visual novel this is. Unless it's not.
I must have missed that memo. But, you know, both hands on the wheel. Besides...
Oh, you're the front driving. Wait, aren't you gay? You can't drive? Gays can't drive? Before he can continue, he is cut off by a loud beeping noise. A light on the dashboard starts to flash, causing him to groan in annoyance. He looks down for a moment and presses a button to silence the intrusion.
Distracted driving? Of course. Apparently, this thing doesn't want me talking to my friend. I guess it thinks you're a risk? Maybe you should take that as a compliment.
Yeah. I'm dangerous, alright. I shrug, unsure of how to respond, as I rest my head on the window. According to the system, almost everything was a risk these days. The system. Interesting. It wasn't worth losing the points, so we sit and remain in silence. Okay. What's going on, mysterious voice? Or not? Oh, Monday the 16th of December. A few moments later, the silence is finally broken. I'm thankful as things were starting to get a little awkward. But I guess meeting someone for the first time is always like that.
Well, it was nice of him to pick you up from the airport. Isaac, right?
I am Isaac?
Make sure to keep people like him close by during a change like this. Things may seem a bit uncertain right now, but remember, that's not a bad thing.
Right. He fiddles with a few papers in his hand before pulling out a specific sheet. Placing it on the table between us, he slowly slides it over to my side of the room. I pick it up and inspect it for a few moments. It's a basic questionnaire.
If you could just fill out the basics, that would be great. Obviously, I know who you are, but we need to leave a paper trail. You fill that out and I'll decide our topics for the day, all right?
You know who I am, because I sure don't. I nod, grabbing the pen that rests on the table beside me. These sessions were always boring, especially the first few. A new city and a new counselor, right back to square one. After filling out the form, I will place it on the table and slide it back. The counselor picks it up, inspects it and gives me a knowing nod.
All that aside, I assume that you still prefer the name Delta? It was mentioned in the note sent over by your previous counselor.
Okay. Okay, I guess. That's the nickname everyone uses, so they can voice act out the whole thing without leaving out the name or something, even if your name is something different. So Delta it is.
Don't worry, it's normal. A lot of people your age shy away from their birth
Yes.
name. Why spend our lives with something that's been decided for us, right? Things are a lot more flexible than we give them credit for. That includes the future, a fact that people tend to forget.
I really don't know where he's going with this. He taps the papers against his lap, straightening them out.
Allow me to be a little blunt. I mean, we both know why you're here.
I sure don't.
My practice focuses on people like yourself, those who saw nothing. Honestly, that's a very small group. It must get lonely for you sometimes.
Okay, yeah, I think that's part of the Komorebi power stuff. I shrug. I don't know.
There's a single question I like to ask my new patients. So, excuse the cliche, but how does that make you feel? Being alone while billions receive a glimpse of the future.
Yep, that's Komorebi. A glimpse of the future. I thank him for rubbing it in, ensuring that the sarcasm is clear.
It's the opposite, actually. I meant to give you some support. Imagine being constrained by a vision of your future, consumed by it. You have what some people would call freedom, a truly blank slate. Remember, Komorebi is a relatively new phenomenon. Society has flourished for thousands of years without it. Some would consider your situation a blessing. Don't forget that.
I can tell he's giving a speech that he's given many times before. Because of that, it seems to lose some of the impact and wisdom. As I close my eyes, I simply hope that this is all over soon. Let's see. Silly music. The TV report continues and I open my eyes with slight hesitation. I've only been here for a few days and rest is almost impossible to find. A new start to your life is always stressful after all. At least I have friends.
I can't believe they're making us watch this. 100 years of visions? Nobody cares. Looks like Argus just wants to stroke their own ego.
Argus, okay. Dante leans forward, taking the opportunity to chime in.
Yeah, this is more about the system than anything else. Maybe they should fix all the glitches before boasting.
Okay. Here's Dante. That one, the blue one is...
Watch. Soon it'll say talking over their propaganda is risky.
alright. Isaac leans forward, whispering as if the topic is sensitive. Oh. Okay, wait. So, blue one is Isaac, purple one is Dante. And I am Delta. Alright. I will have problems remembering names, but whatever.
You're not supposed to badmouth the system, Dante.
God. It's a dystopian regime. I've read something like that before.
As if my score could get any lower, man. Besides, Delta has definitely seen my true colors by now. I'm under no obligation to keep up the nice guy act.
Why does it have to be an act? Can't you just, you know, be nice?
Dante scoffs.
Too much effort, not enough caffeine. And you know the system is messed, Isaac. We're all on a leash. They just use Komorebi as an excuse to make it stay that way.
Can't argue with that one. Hey, Delta, didn't you have an appointment soon? Maybe I can use you as an excuse to stop watching this thing.
And you're telling me to be nice.
I laugh at the retort and lean back in an attempt to relax. I let Isaac know that he was right, but my appointment wasn't for a while. Plenty of time to gather my thoughts and continue watching this report. Yeah, I definitely need to gather my thoughts. Wait a minute. The appointment was with that guy, and then we drove there. So maybe I am seeing the future right now. Or this is the present and the start was the future. There's a fog over my mind and I feel so scatterbrained. Grounding myself in this new environment would definitely help. Komorebi. Appointment. The system. News report.
Interact with each word to learn more about it. Upon interacting with all four, your experience will continue.
Alright. Let's go with. These two are together and these two are together. So let's go with Komorebi appointment first. One day, the world was changed forever. Billions of people experienced vivid visions of the future. These could not be mistaken for dreams. It seemed to be true precognition. The vision that people had would follow them for the rest of their lives. Replying at the worst possible times, it was almost like an intrusive thought. Whether positive or negative in nature, these visions still consumed lives. Nobody knew how or why this happened, but it was far too late. Chaos ensued. Those who saw personal success went to great lengths to fulfill their vision. Those who saw their personal failures did anything they could to avoid them. It wasn't just a one-time event either. Komorebi overstayed its welcome. Children and grandchildren grew up alongside this odd phenomenon. They too experienced their own visions around the age of 13. The world became obsessed with the future, obsessed with Komorebi. It was a word describing sunlight that shines down through the trees, a simple and poetic metaphor for the visions filtering into our world. However, it wasn't a series of visions, nor would they change over time. It was a vision of a single moment, and it would follow you for the rest of your life. For example, if your vision was horrible, you'd still be forced to live it almost every day. It seemed far from fair, and life was defined by the moment presented in people's visions. Okay, and it's gone. Appointment. While the Komorebi phenomenon was peculiar, there was also something else. Some people saw nothing, left completely in the dark with no vision at all. Less than 1% of the world experienced this, a very small group. But it was still extremely worrying. What did seeing nothing mean? Were you dead? Nobody knew? Depression and suicidal ideation became commonplace among this group. They are assigned a counselor who meets with them on a regular basis. I am one of these people. I never experienced my own vision. People always worry for me and fear that I might do something rash. And really, however, I'm fine. My lack of a vision has never defined me. Because I moved to a new city to live with friends, I was given a new counselor. It's kind of lame to start over after spending so many years with the last one, but I'm told that this doctor is great, and I'll feel at home in just a few sessions. Okay, let's go with system. Because of the chaos that ensued during the advent of Komorebi, a plan was needed. There were too many people acting recklessly in the face of the futures. Whether avoiding or fulfilling the vision's risky behavior was a constant. A new system was introduced that governed the behavior of the people. You would be held accountable for all of your actions, regardless of legality. This was an attempt to keep people in line and focus on the present. Live in a safe, orderly manner and you'd accrue points over your lifetime. If you did the opposite, you'd lose points. Be rude, speed, litter, stuff like that. Your point total would define you as either an asset or liability to society. While primitive at first, this concept grew as the technology progressed. It is currently integrated into every possible device: phones, cars, homes. The demand is clear: be rewarded for your subservience to the system. Crime and accident rates plummeted due to this, and society is on a tight leash. But some people argue that living in chains isn't really living at all. Life is all about taking risks and making progress, they say. Fight as they might, however, no movement has resulted in any change. Your worth in society is dictated solely by your score in the system. Generations later, managing your points is simply the norm. Okay, interesting. Can you just accrue a lot of points and then do a lot of bad stuff, so it evens out? Maybe. News report. Today marks the 100th anniversary of Komorebi. 100 years! Nothing has ever been the same since then, and I don't think it ever will be. The current state of technology and society is vastly different than it would have been. At the top of it all, right next to the world leaders, is the Argus Corporation. They created the system. They created almost every device we use today. In many ways, they affect our lives even more than those in power. The report is basically going over the history of Komorebi and Argus, but to be honest, it seems a little self-serving and very unnecessary. Isaac was right, it's like they just want to stroke their own egos. They made it mandatory viewing too. Okay, that's weird, how can they? Well, I mean, I guess they created TVs and all of that, so they can just force it on TVs, maybe, something like that. Blech. If you ignore the special report, you'd lose some points. Essentially, our social status is being held for ransom. But if there's one thing that nobody can monitor, it's what I'm thinking of. So while I'm watching, at least I have time to gather my thoughts. And that's done. I let out a soft sigh and everything suddenly feels better. It's crazy how much a quick mental breather can help. My last counselor is the one who taught me that. He told me that our mind is like an office full of filing cabinets. If we don't gather our thoughts, they just lay around piling up. We need to set some time aside to process and filter them. In other words, exposition time. Sometimes it's a simple metaphor like that can really change the way you think. Unwanted thoughts can be thrown away like trash while you organize the rest. If our mind was a physical space, we'd never neglect it. We'd keep it immaculate. As if it was perfectly timed, the plot ends alongside the train of thoughts. The energy level in the room immediately skyrockets now that we are free. Honestly, it was a waste. There was an hour I'll never get back. Okay. Now I'm back to the office with the appointment. Something tells me these first few sessions will be a total bust. I never found it fun to talk about myself and now I'm forced to do it. Hopefully the notes my last counselor sent over will help him get up to speed.
You know, you're something of an anomaly to me. Most people in your situation have less than stellar scores.
Thanks.
But you seem to exist in the middle. A truly neutral ground.
Extraordinary ordinary. What can I say?
A preliminary look at your risk profile shows me almost nothing. But on the other hand, you haven't done much to gain points either.
Another ambiguous statement asked him if that was good or bad.
I don't know, actually. I wouldn't be able to tell
I bet you
you.
have an immaculate score, a lot of points. Mr. Dude, bro.
It's a little ironic, though, isn't it? In regards to the system, I mean. Your score is meant to define you as a person, yet you elude that definition. Then again, I'm no stranger to attracting those that go against the norm. Would you mind answering a few personal questions for me, Delta? Nothing too intrusive. I just want to get a feel for who you are.
Okay. I'm not seeing no harm in this, it's why I'm here after all.
Well then, let's start with the basics. Why did you move here? What did you leave behind? Big life changes like this are rarely without cause.
I shrugged, unsure where to start. There was a lot to say and a little time to say it. At least we have our first few sessions cut out for us. The only thing needed to secure your defeat is holding the belief that you've already won.
Welcome to the first of 4 fragment maps.
Right?
This is how you will navigate through your personal experience.
Okay.
The top row is made up of pivotal fragments.
Yes.
You must complete all 6, but can complete them in any order. Upon completing all 6, you can interact with this arrow to move forward. You will witness a culmination of this fragment map before moving on to the next. The second row consists of personal heart-to-heart fragments.
Heart effects are back, okay.
These are optional but highly recommended, as they are the key to forming bonds and relationships. Right now, you only have access to Isaac and Dante, but that will change in the next fragment map.
Right.
The bottom row consists of supplemental fragments. These are skits based on exchanges made in your group's chat room. For your benefit, they will be portrayed just like any other fragment. Upon completing a pivotal fragment, you will unlock a journal entry. These explore Delta's personal thoughts as events slowly unfold. There will be 5 to unlock in each fragment map, and they unlock in a predetermined order. Should you wish, you can also toggle the nostalgia filter. This will apply a vintage look to your experience. You are now ready to continue your journey unhindered. Check marks will appear beside completed fragments, so you can monitor your progress. It is also recommended that you alternate between various fragment types. Enjoy, and make it an experience to remember.
Alright.
You must experience all pivotal fragments first.
Filter.
Would you like to change the status of the nostalgia filter?
Okay.
Would you like to change the status of the nostalgia
Okay,
filter?
cool. Journal.
You have not unlocked any journal entries.
Okay. Let's see now.
Experience supplemental fragment. Delta's arrival. Experience
Right.
supplemental fragment.
Okay, there are a lot of these. Some of these. I can't interact. I can't interact with these guys, but I can interact with these two. And with all of these, obviously. I guess the voice did say I should alternate, so I guess I take... what's this? This seems like another appointment. Kitchen. Somewhere. Also kitchen work. Outside, I don't know. I guess I'd stop here.
Experience pivotal fragment. First arrival. Experience pivotal fragment.
Okay.
Experience
Let's
pivotal fragment.
Do
First
this
arrival.
first. The people we end up hating are usually the ones we love the most. I guess, maybe, Oh, this is 15th. One day before our arrival, I grabbed my bags from the trunk. An easy task is to make sure the pack light. The point of this journey was to leave my baggage behind and not carry it with me. Isaac steps in to help out, and I turn to face the house, my new home.
Well, what do you think?
Looks nice. A real house, a garden. Must be very expensive.
The pictures don't do it justice, do they? It has its quirks, but it served all of us just fine.
It's beautiful. I'm glad to finally be here. It was better in the pictures, to be honest. I wish I had a place like that back home. It's great. Thanks for having me. This is just continue, I guess, without any emotions or something. Okay, I'll be nice. It's beautiful. I'm glad to finally be here.
And we're glad to have you, Delta.
Aw, you're cute when you're blushing.
We'll get along great. And it'll liven things up, too. Don't tell him I said this, but living with Dante can get a little tiring.
Oh, so, roomies, yay! He smiles at me before closing the trunk and locking everything up. I carry 2 of my bags while he carries the other 2, an equal team. We make our way to the front door and place everything down in the sink.
Hold on.
He pulls out his phone and holds it up against the entry scanner. A small beep sounds, and then a moment later the door knocks. At least the security system protecting the house was solid.
Welcome home, Isaac. You may leave the house 2 more times today.
Dystopian regime, like I said.
Remember, a good score makes a good citizen.
But if he just leaves once and then does a lot of stuff outside and then only goes back when he needs to, that should limit it, I guess.
Yeah, whatever. I definitely muted this stuff the other day. Dante must have freaked out and removed my mods. Again.
That's true. Tampering with the system at home was a big deal. I don't think Isaac was up to anything shady though. He probably just likes silence. Typically people would mess with the system when they had something worth hiding.
Well, let's get you settled. With how tired you were in the car, I guess you deserve a nap. But don't mess up your sleep schedule. We gotta watch that report tomorrow.
I nod now that the doors open. We pick everything up. Using his shoulder to nudge the door open, we slowly enter the house. I've seen so many pictures of the house, but seeing it for real was incredible. The living room is incredibly spacious. It looked much smaller when I saw it online. One thing that stands out to me, however, is the lack of integrated technology. It looked like a living room frozen in time around 30 years ago. Interesting. This sight combined with how Isaac acted at the door revealed one thing. He must not be a big fan of the system. Not everyone is though, it's fine. I think it's actually cool how quickly you learn stuff about people after meeting them for real. I can see Dante sitting on the couch engulfed in his phone. Isaac seems a little mad and confronts him immediately.
Hey, Dante, did you mess with those changes I made the other day? I thought I told you to play along with those. I do it for a reason.
Dante's ears perk up and he immediately rises from the couch. Yeah, actually, I thought Dante would be the one who messes with stuff with his low score and all that. I can tell he lets his guard down, but he was eagerly awaiting our entrance. Whatever kind of first impression he was playing, his lack of awareness destroyed it.
Man, can't you see that I'm looking out for you? If they found out about your tinkering, they'd dock you points. Or worse. I'm sure Delta has my back here. Messing with Argus just isn't worth it.
Putting me on the spot the second after you meet me? Nice. I scratch my head and Isaac looks at me, likely expecting my support. I have Isaac's back here. His house, his rules. I agree with Dante. Ideals aside, legal trouble is never worth it. I am a pussy and I try to follow rules, so...
Knew I could count on you, especially after everything Isaac said. He may call me stubborn, but he respects you way more. I think you might be the one to finally knock some sense into him.
Oh no, I'm between these two.
Let's just change the topic, alright? I know I brought it up, but I don't want our first meeting to be an argument. Besides, I work for Argus. I know what I'm doing when I make changes.
Aha.
If by work you mean enforce the system on others, then sure. You do a lot of things that you'd report other people for doing.
Hey, not fair. I may tamper with some hardware, but I never break laws. You'd be surprised how much you can bend the rules without breaking them. I don't know how many times I have to say this, but please, just trust
I
me.
knew that. I would have agreed with Isaac, I guess. Dante shrugs.
Fine. Still the best deal on housing I've come across. Can you at least tamper with the system and let us skip that report tomorrow? If you're gonna bend the rules, might as well do something practical with it.
That one toes the line way too much. I'll have to pass. It's only an hour, just put in some earbuds or something. I'm gonna go help Delta unpack and get a bit of rest in.
Alright, fair enough. But if Argus ever comes knocking, just know that I won't hesitate before turning you in.
That eager to get me in handcuffs, huh?
It's all part of the plan.
Dante steps forward with a laugh and holds out his hand.
I was hoping to hang out for a bit, but I get that you're tired. If you want to bond or whatever, you know where to find me.
On the fragment map I can find you. I shake his hand and give him a soft nod. If we're gonna be roommates, it makes sense to bond. Let him know that I'll find him as soon as I get some shut-eye.
Perfect. And make sure to prod Isaac for me. He's way too tight-lipped about the nightclub outing this weekend.
Nightclub outing, eh?
Hey! Thanks for ruining the surprise!
Your fault, keeping secrets from your friends like that.
I shrug. I knew that Isaac would plan a party, so it's no big deal. Dante smirks at me and then returns to his spot on the couch. I've met people like him before, an agent of social chaos.
Your friend seems pretty cool, Isaac. Maybe I should start trusting you a bit more often. A group like us? Add Taylor to the mix, and we'll do great things.
Isaac scoffs, but then quickly displays a large smile as Dante becomes lost in his phone.
Ed always in the clouds, that one. Almost prefer when he locks himself in his room to write.
Ooh, he's a writer. I already like Dante. He's also a writer.
Before we pick up your luggage, though, hold on a sec. This has been a long time coming, and I never got a chance to at the airport.
He steps forward and wraps his arms around me. Aww, hug! I do the same and we stand there for a few moments in a tight embrace. I have no idea why this is the first time I felt it, but this really was the fresh start I wanted.
Welcome home, Delta. And just like Dante said, great things.
Aww. I released a hug with a big smile on my face. This was it, finally, the start of my new life. Ah, that was really cute. And right after I said that I kinda like Dante already, but Isaac is also very cute. Okay, I have this one, and now look.
View Journal Entry 1.
Sunday, December 15th, 2031. I finally moved in with Isaac. Wow, that feels weird to say. I've been dreaming of a new start for such a long time. Now that it's here, it feels kind of surreal, like a dream. Dreams are good. Dreams are good though, especially when the alternative is a nightmare. But I don't think I'll have to worry about that. I may worry about Dante though. He seems to disregard a lot of Isaac's wishes, and their personalities clash all the time, but they seem to use that as a springboard to become closer instead of an excuse to drift apart. I feel like we could all learn a thing or two from that. Isaac added me to the group chat and I got to talk with Taylor for the first time. We're going to try organizing an outing in a few days so I can meet him for real. He's a pretty popular streamer actually. I could even tell from the energy he exuded over text that there was something special about him. I wouldn't throw the term born entertainer around easily, but he's definitely a born entertainer. I could tell he's a bit cautious about his public image though. He kept telling Isaac and Dante not to fight since he didn't want any scandals on his shoulders. That's a ticking time bomb though. I've only been here for one day and I can already tell that getting Dante and Isaac to stop teasing each other is a fool's errand. Ah, they love each other. I'm gonna write on the sides like a true rebel. Okay, cool. When I write about these people, I feel happy. I definitely made the right choice. Delta. Okay, cool. What now?
View Journal Entry 1.
it's getting pretty late, so I am reading this.
Experience supplemental fragment. Delta's arrival?
I'm gonna read this text message and then I will continue next time, I guess. So this is text messages, so to say.
Delta has officially arrived.
Sweet! And not a moment too soon. Everything going good so far?
Yeah, definitely good. And listen up. All that stuff Isaac yapped about, it's totally true.
Hey!
What did you rap about?
He means that in a good way, Delta. Don't worry, it's not like you're a stranger. That gives you an instant edge in my books.
Yeah, reputation was definitely preceded. We heard all kinds of things. Some of them were even good.
Some of them, Isaac.
Either way, it's nice to see somebody live up to the hype. Thanks for coming. And allow me to say, welcome aboard.
Isaac, what did you tell them? That's not good. Do we need to have a talk, Isaac?
Yeah, I'll echo that one. Welcome aboard. Remember, now that you're in the group chat, it's official. Whoever you were before, it just doesn't matter anymore.
Aw, you're blushing.
You're better now.
Guys, remember when I told you to give Delta a normal greeting?
Nope.
Typical. Well, now that the red carpet is rolled out, you still on for this weekend, Taylor?
Yeah, excited to see what all the fuss is about. You're being way too secretive. No way we're just going to the club.
Don't worry, it'll all make sense. I know discretion is...
And subtlety isn't yours. I already told my viewers I wasn't streaming anyway. Not even in IRL. Whatever you've got planned, I'll take it to the grave.
Good.
I have a theory.
Yeah?
I think Isaac finally cracked. Needs help hiding a body.
Not true.
And what proof do you have?
You're still alive.
Okay, I'm gonna put a stop to that one real quick. I don't want this group chat putting me up on a witness stand one day. No scandals.
Right. No scandals.
Ugh, you're so boring.
Here's something that might change your mind then. There's a chance we could end up on the news.
Pressure!
The news? And you thought we were being extra. Anything else you want to drop on us? Don't worry, I'll be nice.
Not sure. Most of this is up in the air.
Well, you promised to be fun, so I guess that's all I need. Even if it feels like you're making everything up as you go along.
You know me, I'd never do that. And trust me, it'll be amazing. Just don't drink too much. We don't want to
Not my proudest moment. Keep it down around Delta, alright?
Then I guess you should be on your best behavior.
Blackmail? What did I just say about scandals?
Hey, it's only a scandal if he turns it into one.
That's not how that works. And look, Delta hasn't even said anything. I knew we'd scare them away in a matter of seconds.
I thought too that I was very quiet in this conversation. But I guess that's normal. How do you feel when you are in a already established group and you're the new kid on the block? Thanks for the warm welcome. I kind of feel like royalty. Send a popcorn emoji to try breaking the ice. Yeah, popcorn emoji it is.
Perfect response. I knew you were going to be our comic relief, Delta. Do a good job and you'll go from guest star to main cast easy.
And there goes Dante, treating everything like a work of fiction. This is real life, dude. It doesn't always work out like you expect.
But when it does, it's always worth the wait. Besides, it's not like a little silver lining ever hurt anybody.
Except for the people it hurt, you mean. Anyway, there's lots to do, so we should get back to it. The sooner we help Delta settle in, the sooner we can relax.
Ooh, crack open a cold one for me. I need to start streaming. Hopefully I can retain some of the followers I got from that charity gig.
You're gonna be fine. It's not like you were doing bad to begin with, but yeah, time to put down our phones. Labor awaits.
Let me know how it goes. I'll come and meet Delta soon enough.
Sounds great. See ya.
Hi, Taylor. Okay. So, yeah, that was... These two obviously belong together. Anyway, that's it for now. Yeah. Thank you for watching. This was my first episode of Komorebi. It's pretty interesting, right? The characters are cute, the voice acting is very good, and well, story-wise, it's still a mystery, so who knows how it will end up. So, yeah. Until next time, like and subscribe, and bye!